Arrests at USCIS interviews in 2025? The truth you must know. You expect a routine immigration interview. You bring your documents. You hope to walk out with good news. But for some, that same interview ends in detention. In 2025, what used to be a civil appointment is now also a site for immigration enforcement. Many families are discovering this the hard way, often when it's already too late. While interviews are still standard for benefits like green cards or citizenship, more applicants are now facing unexpected arrests, ICE holds, and even removal orders. Why the risk of arrest is now rising nationwide. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, is traditionally a benefits agency. Its officers review applications, not conduct arrests, but that boundary is now shifting. Due to increasing collaboration between USCIS and Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, information shared during interviews can now lead to direct enforcement actions. And starting in late 2025, some of these actions are no longer coming from ICE alone. USCIS agents themselves are being given new enforcement powers by the Department of Homeland Security. Most interviews still go smoothly, but not all. The majority of USCIS interviews still proceed without problems. Over 90% of green card applicants at adjustment interviews receive approval without any complications or enforcement concerns. But the remaining few, those flagged by prior immigration history, suspected fraud, or unresolved warrants, are increasingly facing unexpected consequences during these routine appointments. Applicants attending naturalization interviews, asylum screenings, or even green card renewals may now face risk if there are red flags in their records. What the new 2025 policy actually says. Beginning October 6, 2025, USCIS agents will have formal arrest authority, including permission to carry firearms and, in rare, extreme cases, use lethal force while on duty. This follows a May 2025 DHS delegation order, which expanded the operational role of USCIS beyond its historic boundaries of paperwork, interviews, and document reviews. Special agents are being embedded within the agency to assist with identifying, detaining, and processing individuals who are deemed removable during standard interviews. This isn't theoretical, thousands already affected. Since February 2025, over 26,000 people have been placed into removal proceedings with assistance from USCIS agents, many of them at field offices during scheduled appointments. Reports from legal aid groups confirm a sharp rise in enforcement at USCIS buildings, particularly for those with previous removal orders, suspected fraud, or unresolved re-entry violations. Although not all result in arrest, many cases now include referrals to ICE, immediate detainment, or follow-up actions within days of the interview itself. Who is most at risk for detention at interviews? Applicants with prior removal or deportation orders, even very old ones, are now high risk. So are those with criminal convictions, even if those offenses were minor or decades old. Cases involving suspected marriage fraud, fake documentation, or inconsistent immigration histories are now facing closer scrutiny from USCIS and ICE jointly. Some interviews that appear routine on the surface are being quietly flagged in advance. Applicants may not know they're at risk until an agent is already in the room. Even asylum seekers and naturalization applicants not spared. While most attention has focused on green card interviews, naturalization appointments and asylum screenings have also seen increased ICE presence in 2025. Attorneys report a noticeable rise in detentions at check-ins, biometrics appointments, and even oath ceremonies, especially for individuals with pending removal cases. These are not random arrests. They are targeted and planned in coordination with federal immigration databases that now flag risk profiles more aggressively than before. You still have rights, even at a USCIS field office. If you are detained during or after a USCIS interview, you still have rights. Knowing those rights in advance can protect your legal position and improve your outcome. You have the right to remain silent. You do not need to answer questions from ICE agents without an attorney present. You have the right to request legal representation. You should never sign documents you don't fully understand. Doing so can lead to unintended consequences, including fast-track deportation without proper review. If you're detained, what to do immediately? The most important thing to request is a bond hearing. Many immigrants detained at field offices are later released under supervision or with tracking devices. Contact your attorney as soon as possible. If you don't have one, legal aid groups like the National Immigrant Justice Center or AILA may be able to assist quickly. Being detained doesn't automatically mean deportation. Many individuals go on to win their cases, have their removal orders overturned, or gain legal status later through the courts. How to protect yourself before the interview. Always consult with an immigration attorney before attending your USCIS interview, especially if you have any past immigration violations or unresolved legal issues. Ask your attorney whether to attend in person or by video, where possible. Virtual prep sessions and document reviews can reduce mistakes that raise red flags on site. Verify all your documents. Make sure your immigration history is fully disclosed and that there are no unresolved issues from past entries, overstays, or filings. Preparing your family in case of emergency. Let your family members know your full name, a number, and any court case details. They may need this to locate you if you are unexpectedly detained at an interview. Print out flyers or emergency contact sheets from advocacy groups like AILA. These provide simple step-by-step instructions on what to do if you are taken into ICE custody. You should also assign a trusted contact, friend, lawyer, or community leader, who can take action if you're not heard from after the appointment. Why this trend is only expected to grow. As enforcement policies continue shifting under the current administration, more power is being handed directly to DHS subagencies like USCIS to take frontline action. Because the agency is now partially funding enforcement using applicant user fees, pressure is growing to show results in the form of arrests, removals, and streamlined enforcement. Applicants with complex histories should expect more targeted enforcement, more collaboration with ICE, and less room for error when attending appointments or interviews. What you must take away from this. The USCIS interview is no longer just a formality. For many, it's becoming a high-stakes moment with serious legal consequences, and that includes the real risk of detention. If your appointment is scheduled for after October 6, 2025, you must treat it with even more care. The presence of armed agents with arrest authority changes the entire risk profile. You don't have to go through it alone. Legal preparation, family awareness, and advocacy support can all help you survive and succeed even in today's tougher climate. The bottom line, caution and awareness save lives. Detentions during USCIS interviews are rising, but arrests don't mean the end of your immigration journey. Many immigrants are still winning their cases and securing legal status. Your best defense is awareness, preparation, and legal backup. Don't wait for a crisis. Plan ahead, review your file, and consult a trusted immigration attorney now. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.